Kid doesn't want to get out of the van. He thinks we're going for a ride. That's going to the shed to unload tires. But injector day. And what you do is while it's running hot, you crack this open, you should hear it start leaking. There you go. There's a leak. Tighten it back up. You do it the rest of the 5. That'll make sure that everything's blown out and it should come out really easy. Alright, so 1, 2, and 5 sprayed out. 3 and 4 did not. So those 3 and 4 I might need to use some kind of puller on. Hopefully I don't have to order one. I might be able to find something here in the garage. Or maybe I'll be able to pry them off of the head. Who knows? I probably should have tried prying it when they're loose. It's a 14 for the fuel lines. These appear to all be symmetrical, so I don't think I have to number them. I think I just need to put them back on. God, 14 is loose. 13 was too small, so I doubt they'd be SAE. That's just weird. Probably hot as fog. Alright, so that 4th one is really giving me some trouble. I'm looking at the way these housings are, and this loosened when I tried to spin it up here, and this is able to pivot, so hopefully that didn't damage anything. But see how these slots are cut in? The body looks like it's one piece, and then they machine it down. So this is probably where a puller goes into that, and then okay, yeah, that was encouraging. A little bit longer one. Oh, that's ridiculous though. See, I really want to kind of pry on it some so that while I twist it, it comes up. Because right now I can't get any upward effort on it. All right, number 4 is stuck. So I got the kit for like 25 bucks on Amazon. Just a couple tools to use the tools with. We'll see how quick it comes out. Essentially, you use this guy to pull this top head off. And then this removes the preload spring for the solenoid, and then there's a little ball and spring in there. And then this threads in where this guy. This threads into the injector, right? And then you just twist this top nut and you pull it out. And then this part makes sure it's supported near the injector where the casing's thick, so you don't pop a giant hole in the valve cover prying and stuff. Okay, like I said, first thing first, this takes the, oh, this doesn't even fit over it. So this kit sucks. This is supposed to fit over this head, so you can take that collar off, and it doesn't fit over it. So maybe don't get the Amazon kit. Hopefully the other parts fit right. Now, I did take that loose with my crow's foot, trying to get this thing off anyway. It's so close. What a piece of shit. And really, it only needs to crack loose, because you need a wrench. Yeah, that wasn't very tight because I already goofed with it. And had this little adjustable crow's foot I made. Comes in handy sometimes for real weird stuff. But yeah, once that's cracked, I should be able to get it by hand. It's being a little bit obtuse. Sure would be nice if that fit. I mean, I guess it gives me a good excuse to return it and be like, dudes, what's up? Alright, that's a little better angle. Yep. There went parts. I hope nothing went down in the engine. Spring. I don't know if that ball is still in there or if it went flying somewhere it's not supposed to be. Oh boy. So maybe that wasn't even supposed to be able to come out yet. I don't know. It should have bounced its spring right now. Okay. And it's like doesn't fit. It should slide in between. Oh, it does. It does. God, that's a tight squeeze. You guys suck. This whatever place did this injector. Oh, and now it's not like. There we go. I don't know if they all fit tight like that. I don't think they do. I think this is just a cheap knockoff kit and the tolerances are garbage. But if it pops this out, who cares? Look at that, the thread's pushing my socket off. Probably weird. Sweet satisfaction, kind of. It's too tall. Oh, there we go. Alright. So one thing, see all these? It has a washer, 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 washer. No washer, so that washer's still down in the cylinder. That's fine. So there's that chunk of junk that was down in there. It looks huge on this camera. So, a couple little things up there. Wonder what that is. There's going to be lots of little carbon crusties, and those just blow out in the exhaust. Like a really good crosshatch still. No ball, from what I can tell. So I've confirmed there's only crusty pieces of like carbon and goo that fell down in there. No ball. And then I was talking to our engine builder at work, and he suggested a couple things. One, using that welding rod, which didn't work. He said he's also used an easy out, so this is my next setup. Lots and lots of tape, and then this extension, this part should fit in that bore. Hopefully not too tight. The key is everything on this link is bigger than the hole it would fall down. He said really you only need to break it free. Okay, there it's down in the hole. Just doing it by hand because I don't want to like file away too much. I don't know if that worked or not. I didn't pull it up with it. He said he's hit him with a punch before, and he's also taken the surfacing tools for like grinding a new seat and used that to try to like spin it. That kind of felt interesting. I'm going to look in there with the scope again. Oh, it's still recording. Whatever, I can edit it. Look at that. Worked like a charm. There's that seal. Perfect. So that should mean that as long as I trust the ball isn't in there, I can send these out tomorrow. So these are going to go to Great Plains Diesel They've been super responsive in email. Actually, I messaged them in like November, so they've been waiting patiently for me to send these. I'm sure they have plenty of work though. They're not using me to send their kids through college, although sometimes it might feel that way if I need 5 injectors. So I got these metal ends from some dude on eBay, so hopefully those work well and don't leak on the returns that I broke. And I copied Florida Van Man's tool for cleaning out the seat. Yeah, so this is just a 5/8 wooden dowel. The tip of the injector, well, the seal, right? So this seal, one of the old ones, the outer diameter is .629. So this squeezes in there just barely, and it does a really good job of cleaning it. I already cleaned it some, so just kind of show cutting off some green Scotch Brite pads. We got a recess in the end of the dowel, just like he did. Really good idea. I liked it a lot, and it worked really well. Nice and tight. And then on mine, I just use one of my easy outs, right? Because these will pop off real easy, and it grips. You don't need to try to whittle this or anything. It just kind of fits. And then I jammed a swivel and a socket on my gun. So then in place, this all stays together pretty well. And because of the way the easy out works, you need to spin it to the left, or it'll pop off. But you get the turn just kind of. Spin that on the seat, and this is the 3rd set of pads that I used on it, and really not much coming off, just a little bit of polishing from the seat itself. But if I get a flashlight, take a peek down in there. Yep, yeah, as you can see, nice and shiny, nice and clean. That'll seal really well. Next step is that threaded hole. Those need to be cleaned out. You gotta make sure there's no gunk in there, because people snap these bolts and then you're fuckered. So I'm gonna clean it out with one of the old bolts. I just cut slots in it, so it kind of acts like a tap. That'll clean any gunk out of there. A lot of dudes are saying that they can thread all the way to the seat by hand when they have them nice and clean. The other tip from my friend Dominic, he said that if there's any liquid, there's one of them, I don't know if it's all of them or just one of them, but if there's liquid in there, it seals so tight that when you tighten the bolt, it punk, and it punches a hole in the aluminum, and then you have a leak path. So bad. That's a bad thing. Hopefully the previous owner didn't do that already. Guess we'll find out. Okay, you can kind of see it. Yeah, so that guy, that's for the hold down. Let's see how far I can put it in my hand first. See, you know, I'm not even gripping on this because it, I don't know, just all the horror stories. Yeah, it's already getting kind of tight, but not like, you know, super tight. Actually, I think Vic is one of the forum guys. I'm sure everybody knows him. I think he said 19 turns until these are bottomed out. So might take a bit of effort to get things in and out of there. And then, of course, I want to blow crap. See, there's already a bunch of gross chunkies inside. Okay, I've been at it, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes more, maybe more than 20 minutes, but if there's a click, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 14, 15, that was the old stop, 16, 17, 18 and a half by hand. I don't know if it's worth getting that extra. It's even more than a half. I don't think it's worth trying to dig in there and get this to like bottom out on bare metal, because it's not going to do that when you install it anyway. So it'll be interesting to see how many turns in it goes. Yeah, it still brought a little tiny bit up with it. Yeah, I wonder how many turns in when I actually tighten the injector down it's going to be. So rather than put an injector in the way, I'm going to clean the rest of them, and then I'll come back and see how this first one works out at 18 and a half turns. I got number 2 in about the same condition way quicker. What I did, because the stuff that's in there is so hard and it feels like it's butting them out, I sprayed Croil down in the hose to let it soak, and it turned it more into like a goo. So when I push it in, instead of getting a little tiny chunk at the tip of that groove, the whole groove fills up. Everything's cleaned up nice in the van, so the seats look good. The threaded holes for the hold down bolts are good to go. So you got injector, hold downs, bolts, and then I got an extra set of new washers. When I ordered the bolt kit, I got the one from Europarts SD and got their washers as well, which should be the OEM ones. But I pulled one of the Bosch ones out that came with it. They look the same, but this one's kind of twisted funny. Maybe it happened when it was being punched out. These all look nice and flat. Now they're not flat, so there's kind of a cone to it. You put the cone down, injector goes in this way. You want this side up. And then you put everything together with you can use the same grease as for the glow plugs. And then once everything's in, we'll put in this aftermarket line that the metal returns. Alright, always got paintbrushes laying around. No reason not to. It'll make this go quite a bit easier, because they do, in the manual, want this on the whole body. You don't really want it all over the tip, but I definitely want it to help keep that from falling out of place. It does fit nice and tight. Either way, I don't care what anyone else thinks, I always grease that. Really doesn't need to be on like super thick. This stuff really spreads out. I don't know how far up they suggest doing it either. I mean, is it gonna hurt it? No. That ought to do. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can slip the hold down in there once it's already all the way in. Nope, just come up a little bit. There we go. So one end should sit on that ball. There it goes, popped into place. It'll be interesting to see how many turns until it's tight compared to when we were cleaning it. So we'll go backwards till there's a click right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it's finger tight at 15. You do need quite a bit of space in there. This is set to 7 newtons, I think that's 63 inch-pounds. There's the torque, and we gotta go 90 degrees. So kind of want to mark it better than what it is now. Well, I can see those numbers on the side of the bolt head, so those basically need to go directly the direction the wrench is now. So almost. That's probably a touch over 90. I did read about dudes going more than 90 or doing 90 twice. It's like 90 twice is just 180, guys. There's nothing special. Well, that's gonna hold great. I'm gonna put some taper on that clip, and then yeah, I'll leave the cap on, get all the injectors in, and then put everything else, and we'll see if we have a leak. Okay, from what I can tell, everything's plugged back in. I got that sensor back here that apparently doesn't click on. Maybe I should look into that, but it's not going to vibrate off. Anyway, all the injectors are plugged in. Yeah, so we're just look for fuel leaks. Make sure I tighten these tight enough. You don't want to go ape shit on them, so I just did them a little bit. One might need to be snugged up more. We'll find out soon enough. Pretty wicked tick, but I don't feel anything leaking. I don't see any diesel leaks. I figure out which one that is. Aside from the tick, nice smooth idle though, not like before, so gotta figure out which one of those isn't sealed, get it sealed up. Well, it seems to have gone away on its own. Maybe it was that ball I lost bouncing around in the cylinder. We can only hope, right? Yeah, new test ride. What? You ready for a van ride? Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?